vid. I was looking around on YouTube for alcohol stoves, and I ran across a bunch of them like this one. Now, this has got 2018 pricing and data. It weighed 16 grams. It was $12. And it was a 2.5 inch by 0.8 inch, 1 ounce capacity, screw top, candy tin. In this case, stuffed with, it could be cotton or fiberglass wool or whatever. And it was called the Trail Designs Kojin. Okay, that's $12. And remember, it's 2.5 by 0.8 inches and 1 ounce capacity. So let's move forward a little. It's an alcohol wick stove. We used to make them out of Altoids tins, Altoid sours. And we would put, rock wool or fiberglass and put a metal mesh over it if we needed to. It's actually much better with a metal mesh. And that's it. I mean, it was pretty common. But the screw top lid things were kind of hard to find. They were for candies that were sold in some places, and the tins were prized by people because you could reuse them. So let's see if we can find an equivalent. Now this one is 1/2 ounce, 15 milliliter, even smaller if you have a very small amount that you'd want to heat up. That would actually work for some sizes for things. And the thing is, you can also buy these with a lid that's got a window in the top. But instead of the window, you pull it out, and it basically makes it a restricted ring. You can also just buy these. You may have noticed for $10 you get 20 of them. They're 50 cents a piece. But this is a 1/2 ounce size. That's not the 1 ounce. And here is the 1 ounce size, or 30 milliliter, and its diameter is 0.8 inches by 2 inches. So this is actually slightly more compact. But it's about the same, right? Well, actually, no, it's a little bit bigger. Yeah, okay. Anyway, this one's $14 for 30 of them. Again, they're 50 cents each. So what people do is they buy these. It's the same thing. It's the same container just about. And they pack them with fiberglass or maybe some other materials. Put a metal mesh over them, or not. I would recommend a metal mesh, steel. And then you load them up with alcohol and light them. And we used to call them a fire pill, because we'd also make them out of slightly different sized metal caps, like you would use on one of the larger screw tops for a glass jar or a glass bottle for drinking from. Or you could also use it from, larger caps that were at the time on some of the energy drinks. And we could thread them into each other and make them into this sort of the same arrangement. It was kind of a fine art. We'd make these little tiny stoves, and they were just enough to heat up a really small cup of coffee. And what we would do is get a hold of the metal coffee cups and attach a metal cage underneath it to act as a windbreak. You'd put the pill under there after you filled it, light it, and it would heat up your coffee. They're very handy, and you can carry like 3 or 4 in your pocket of different sizes. By the way, you can also look up candy tin screw empty, and you will find ones that are a variety pack with everything from 1/2 ounce to 3 ounce. And here is the 2 ounce size. If you want to, again, if you want to use this to cook something with, you can use this to make a fairly large container that could cook for a long time, maybe biscotti. It's probably tin plated on the inside, but some of these are steel, some are not. You just have to look them up. So yeah, this thing being sold for $12, it's not a rip-off, first of all. Because a lot of the time, they will put a very small liner bead in here, and it'll keep it gas tight, but only really if it has the mesh with it. But yeah, 2.5 by 0.8 inches. This is actually a little bit bigger than the other one, it looks like. But the point is, you don't have to spend $12 on one if you don't want to. And you don't have to buy it specifically, supposedly, for backpacking. And you can mix these, and you mix and match materials and add in other things like, here's the perlite version that requires a metal mesh. This one is this material here. It's a flame retardant sheet that'll also act as a wick. Here's carbon felt. This is Kevlar that'll also work. You can also use fiberglass. This is drywall tape. You can use the auto body fiberglass cloth. That's actually what I used. It was much more common. Medical gauze for making a cast out of. Or you can just use, thermal wrap or cordage or actual wick material that's used for stuff. fiberglass insulation that's wrappable. Hundreds of different materials you can use. And they're all based on the same idea. You have a sealed container with something in it tacked as a wick, and then you have a mesh on it just to make sure it doesn't come out. And it's for spill protection. So yeah, this can be made very easily. If you just want to spend 50 cents each on them, you can buy, a smaller amount than this and get them at 50 cents each. And it's almost identical, and you probably have the material laying around. Heck, you can even line it with tiki torch wick on the inside, which is what I used in the last time I made one of these for a friend, and put metal mesh over it. And you just use heat line de-icer for the fuel, because that's actually perfectly safe fuel for it, as long as it's yellow bottle heat. That's actually safe to burn. Anyway, I just thought I'd put this up here. Well, all you have to do is look up candy tins that have a screw top and are empty, and they're on Amazon. Get hundreds of them. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck.